Being insecure about yourself. Everybody's had some sort of insecurity in their life, and there's still people who are currently plagued by those insecurities. I know I am. Most people have some sort of insecurity, and if you haven't experienced this before, then you're lying and you're full of shit. This is probably going to be one of the hardest videos I've ever made because it definitely takes a lot of guts to turn on a camera and tell you everything that you hate about yourself, and to have the whole internet see that. Is this a good idea? Well, I know I have plenty of insecurities. I mean, look at me. I'm not exactly like model status or anything. And in this video, I want to talk about two different insecurities that I've noticed in life in general, and also how I learned to deal with them. And I also want to use this video to embrace my insecurities and just be open with you guys, as that is the first step of accepting your insecurity and potentially working on it. All right, and first we have the insecurity that you simply cannot do anything about. These are the ones that you just should not waste your energy on because, well, why would you waste your energy on something that you cannot change, right? Let me use myself as an example, which I will be using myself as an example a lot of the time because that's what this whole video is about. I am 5'7" or 170 centimeters. That's not exactly tall. I wouldn't say that's short either, but my height has always been something that kind of bothered me in the background. It's one of those subtle things that you always notice about somebody every time you meet someone. Like when you look at someone who's like 6'8" versus someone who's 5'2", you already have like something in your head, you know. It's one of those, it's an insecurity. Okay, I mean, it's not as bad anymore now that I've kind of learned to accept it, but it's not like I'm just gonna grow like another 5 inches at age 24. Like, bro, I'm stuck at this height. Another thing is my voice. I've never really liked my voice. I always thought it was
Kind of high pitched and it sounds kind of annoying, but
I'm sure a lot of people can feel the same way about that, but again, there's nothing I can really do about it. I don't want that to stop me from making YouTube videos. I mean, what am I gonna do? I can't just fix this. But what about insecurities that can be changed and even worked on? Well, that actually leads me to my second type of insecurity that I've noticed, which are the ones that are tangible, the ones you can actually make a real impact on, the ones that you have direct control over with your actions. Now, I'm not saying that these insecurities can be fixed overnight or they're even easy to fix. They take a lot of hard work. And I mean, if they were, we would all be a lot happier, right? But I'm going to use my body as an example. I have had a skinny fat physique for probably the majority of my life. I mean, you probably saw the thumbnail and clicked on this video to see who this kid really is. This is something that has bothered me for a long time, for as long as I can remember. I remember even being 8 years old and talking to my dad about this, and it's just something that an 8-year-old shouldn't really be worrying about. It's only been the last year where I put on a noticeable amount of muscle, but it's still something that can bother you for a long time. It still bothers me to this day. Now, I'm nowhere near where I want to be, but my actions every day, from the training I do to the food I put in my mouth, directly impact this. If I skip the gym and eat shit, I'm directly contributing to my insecurity. And okay, again, I feel like I need to say this again because someone's probably gonna comment, it's not that easy. Like, I know, bro, it's not that easy. This shit is not easy to fix, and it's probably caused from some deep-rooted issue that only introspective journaling and therapy can fix. I'm not saying you can just flip a light switch. I just happened to find my way, and the thing is, it took a lot of journaling to get to this point, and even a lot of help too. Like, I mean, I have an accountability partner, and he's the one really helping me out with my fitness right now. Even then, I'm still learning about my body every single day. I'm not perfect. I mean, I wouldn't have this much fat and I would be way bigger if I really knew what I was doing. So don't expect to get out of your insecurity so easily. Okay, so this part of the video is gonna be a tough one to record. It wouldn't be a video about insecurities if I didn't talk about my own insecurities. I already kind of talked about them briefly, you know, with my voice and my height and stuff, but I want to put myself out there and I want to be more comfortable with being uncomfortable, because this is uncomfortable as hell. So this is my way of doing it. So my first biggest insecurity is my acne. Now, I know you're looking at me, you're like, dude, what do you mean? This guy's got nice clear skin. It wasn't always like that. Trust me. Acne is a slow grind, and to anybody who's ever made a dive into skincare, you know how frustrating this shit is. I mean, not only on my face, but dude, I get it on my body too. That is so uncomfortable to have acne on your body. I'm one of those unlucky bastards who gets acne on more than just their face. That's what it is. Genetics are kind of dope, bro. You have no idea how much courage it takes to take off my shirt combined with my extra body fat. Like, you know, it's hard. It's so hard. But whether it be through my skincare routine or my diet or whatever, I've made progress and I've actually come quite a far way. I mean, face isn't looking too bad. But I mean, I'm not perfect. I mean, like, I got one right here, bro. Like, I'm not gonna let that stop me from recording a video though. Look at these pictures from 2021 and you tell me. I've come a long way since then, and I think the pictures speak for themselves. When I first started this YouTube channel in 2021, there were times I didn't even want to show my face because of my acne. I literally did not record with my face, or I recorded really far away on purpose. I'd be like way back here just so that I didn't have to show my face. But in the end, no one gives a shit. You probably didn't even notice my acne until I pointed it out. We all suffer, some of us more than others, but the thing is, one thing I've noticed is the only people who really care about these insecurities are the people who are insecure about the same thing. Sometimes I'll look at acne on other people because I have acne. That's just a fact of life. You're probably doing that too. I bet if you have acne, you're probably looking at mine. You're probably looking at my face and like analyzing that shit. Now, even though I've come a long way in my insecurities, it's really hard to forget that. It's almost a part of your identity in a way. Not that it defines who I am as a person, but it's part of my history. Take people who were really skinny or who were really fat and then got in shape. They're always going to remember what it was like to be where they were before. Even if they made a huge body transformation, that insecurity doesn't just fully go away. And this actually leads me to my second biggest insecurity, which is my body fat. I've always been on the heavier side of my life, and I already kind of talked about that. Oh shit, I just kicked the camera. I've always been on the heavier side of my life. If you've been on my channel long enough, you've probably realized that I usually never talk about fitness or diet. And there's a reason for that. It's simply because I just don't have that much experience in it. I don't feel qualified to talk about these topics. I mean, look at me. I'm not exactly a god when it comes to my physique. I mean, I'm also at the peak of a bulk right now, and you know, I got some extra body fat, but when I go on a cut, it'll be a lot better. But that actually got me thinking, maybe it's actually better I talk about these topics because I'm a beginner just like you. And the thing is, maybe I'll learn something as a beginner, or maybe even intermediate, whatever you want to call me, and I can teach these things to you. So maybe it's not so bad that I'm not that experienced. Something to think about. But a good thing about this extra body fat is because I'm on a bulk, I have been getting stronger too, which is good. And of course, with great bulking also does come great fattening. At least with my shit diet. I always could have eaten cleaner, I always could have trained harder, I could have slept harder and recovered harder. But it's a learning experience, so I'll take the lesson and I'll move on. Simple as that. Well, that was a painful video to record. I really do hope that you guys appreciate me opening up like this. I mean, it's not easy to be vulnerable like I was right now. This video was really hard to make. You try sitting down and talking about the things you don't like about yourself. It's not nice. If you related to anything I said, please comment down below and share your experience. I'm hoping that by me opening up first, it can help you to open up too. And maybe you don't want to talk about it in such a big public space like the comments. Maybe you want to come to my Discord and say it in a private channel. Like, I'm down for that too. I want to get to know you guys better. And the thing is, learning about someone's insecurities is like almost an intimate thing. And I hope that by watching this video, you kind of got to know me better. And I hope you guys stick around for the next videos because there's going to be some good stuff coming up. Just remember that it takes time and you're not alone on this journey. There will always be people who are insecure about themselves. And one thing I've learned is if they're going to be a dick about it and point it out to you, chances are they're just as insecure, if not more insecure of that thing they pointed out. Just something to keep in mind next time you come across a dickhead. Keep on doing epic shit and see you guys in the next one. Take care.